morning, YouTube sports world, and welcome to episode number 1 of Stax On Sports. It is now 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. West Coast Time. I appreciate all you guys checking in. I want to say thank you to all my supporters. As the channel grows, please like, comment, and subscribe. This will be an all sports talk channel, and we're going to bring you up to date with all the latest stories going on in the sports world. And as we get started, just received breaking news that 7-time Super Bowl champion Tom TB12, the GOAT Brady, has officially retired from the NFL. Tom has just released a statement on his Instagram saying that he is walking away from a 22-year career because he wants to be with his wife and his family. And who could blame him? There's nothing else he needs to accomplish on the football field. I myself, for a long time, denied that he was the GOAT, but when I saw him lead his team back from a 28-3 deficit versus the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl, he's the GOAT. He's better than Joe Montana. He's better than Dan Marino. He's better than John Elway. Better than Peyton Manning. TB12 is truly the GOAT. And whatever endeavors that he chooses to go through and take on in the rest of his career, I'm sure he'll be successful. Thanks for the memories, Tom. Moving on, the big game, Super Bowl 56, is set. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Los Angeles Rams. And it's hard to believe that, we went 54 Super Bowls and a host team has never played in the Super Bowl. And now we have it 2 years in a row. Last season, Tampa Bay in Tampa. This season, the Rams at their new stadium, SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. And on Sunday, February 13th, Super Sunday, all the stars will be out because everybody's coming to look so fly at SoFi. Nobody thought the Bengals would be here. The Bengals beat the Raiders in the wild card round. Then they traveled to Tennessee and took out the number 1 seed Titans in the divisional round. Then they went to Kansas City and beat the 2-time AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs on their home field last Sunday to earn a berth to Super Bowl 56. And over on the NFC side, we've got the Los Angeles Rams. Some people will say they sold themselves to the devil. They picked up OBJ. They traded for Von Miller. They traded for Matthew Stafford. But all of those trades and acquisitions now look profitable. And I want to give a big shout out to my classmate and friend, Rams defensive coordinator, Raheem Morris, going to his first Super Bowl. Congratulations, Ra. Can't wait to see you on the big stage. Moving on to NBA news. The NBA, wow, what a season it's been so far. I usually root for the laundry, meaning I root for the uniform. I don't get into players. But I'm going to give you my top 3, and this is for free right now, going towards the MVP race. In third place right now, I think the man that wears number 3, CP3, Chris Paul. He is having an outstanding season, and his team is having an outstanding year. I believe they're the first team to get to 40 wins so far. CP3 is dishing out dimes. A lot of people think that this is the year that he finally gets his ring. Number 2 in the MVP voting, the young kid from Memphis, Ja Morant. His game reminds me of a young Latrell Sprewell. Ja dunks on you when you think he's not going to dunk, he can get up. He's leading that Memphis team. They're hot right now. I believe they're the 3rd best team in the West, probably 4th behind Phoenix, Golden State, and Utah. But Memphis will be a problem. And Ja is going to get a lot of MVP votes. He dropped over 30 last night, and he had a hell of a January. I'm surprised he didn't win Player of the Month. But my number 1 candidate right now for the NBA MVP, the big man down in Philadelphia, Joel Embiid. You know, with all the Ben Simmons saga going on and Ben wanting to play, not wanting to play, mental health issues, Joel has really stepped up his game. And more importantly, he stayed healthy. But Joel is leading that team, and he's giving them confidence. So much confidence so that he didn't even play last night, but they still pulled out a big victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. 122 to 119 in overtime. And that was without the big man Embiid, who took the night off. But the aforementioned Ja Morant led his team with 37 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. That boy was balling last night. When you get a chance, check out those Ja highlights. There were 7 other games last night on the NBA docket other than the Philadelphia-Memphis game. The Cavaliers took out the Pelicans 93-90. Pacers beat the Clippers 122-116. New York Knicks with a big 20-point victory over the Sacramento Kings 116-96. The Raptors took out the Hawks 106-100. The Thunder beat the Blazers 98-81. My Celtics took out the number 1 seed in the East, Miami Heat, in a big blowout, 122-92. And down here in Houston, the babyface assassin, Steph Curry, led his Warriors to a 122-108 victory over the Houston Rockets. Curry dropped 40 last night, 21 of those in the fourth quarter. You know, there was a little trash talking going on between him and Kevin Porter Jr., but Steph Curry didn't let that bother him. You know, he just kept shooting and hitting those threes. It was a very big performance. The 71st NBA All-Star Game will be played on Sunday, February 20th, 1 week after the Super Bowl, and the starters for both the East and Western Conference have been announced. For the Eastern Conference, the captain will be Brooklyn Nets forward Kevin Durant, although he might not play because I do believe he's nursing an injury. Joining him in the front court will be 2-time MVP and reigning NBA champion Giannis the Greek Freak Antetokounmpo. And the center, the leading MVP candidate right now, Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. The starting guards for the East in the backcourt will be Steph Curry Jr., Mr. Trae Young from the Atlanta Falcons, and the guy that's having a very good season this year, DeMar DeRozan from the Chicago Bulls. For the Western Conference, your starters are going to be, well, the captain will be, as we all know, LeBron LBJ James, the King. At center, the reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets. First-time MVP, Andrew Wiggins from the Golden State Warriors. His backcourt mate, Steph Curry. And from the Memphis Grizzlies, that boy, Ja Morant. Those are your starters voted on by the fans. The game is on Sunday, February 20th, and that's going to be another star-studded affair out in Cleveland, Ohio. James and Durant are captains based on being the leading vote getters for both conferences. LeBron, who began his career in Cleveland in 2003, is going home once again for an All-Star game. And ever since the NBA has moved to this captain's format, whether East or Western Conference, LeBron has been captain every season since. Like I said, Durant's availability for the game is in question as he's nursing a sprained knee ligament. But Durant was voted a starter for the 10th consecutive year. This is Giannis the Greek Freak's 6th All-Star appearance. And Joel Embiid has been voted a starter for the 5th consecutive year. Ja Morant, first-time MVP. Also Andrew Wiggins, first-time All-Star Game starter. The coaches and the rest of the reserves for the Eastern and Western Conference will be announced on February 3rd. And that's going to be a wrap on episode 1 of Stax On Sports. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think, what you wanted me to talk about, and we can get it on. But as we end the show, I just want to say happy Black History Month and happy Lunar New Year. And we're going to end each show with a famous sports quote. So today's quote comes from the Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. Like I said, it was a journey for me to get here. You know, I appreciate everybody watching. And that quote is, when KG won his only championship, he looked into the camera and said, "Anything's possible." And it truly is. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. Thank y'all. Peace.